Representative McNamara, thank you for joining us.
Well, it's good to be here, Sarah. It's always fun to let people know what's going on at the Capitol and reintroduce ourselves to our constituents and let them keep abreast of what's happening here.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, and in what way are you similar to your district?
Well, Sarah, I think I represent our district very well. I'm a lifelong Hastings resident, lived in the district all my life. I was a landscape contractor for 30 years prior to my career in the legislature. I'm now serving my 7th term. I chair the House Environment, Natural Resources, Policy and Finance Committee. It's a committee that fits me very well as my experience in the outdoors and my love for the outdoors and everything about it, fishing, hunting, camping, just everything we do. And my district has a lot of natural resources. We have the Mississippi River, the St. Croix River, the Vermilion River, the only trophy trout stream in a major metropolitan area in the entire United States. So it's a really cool, environmentally rich district that I'm really glad to represent, and I'm just tickled that people have sent me here 7 times.
Can you tell us a little bit about your professional life and your home life?
Professionally, I was a landscape contractor for 35 years, very active in the industry, was very proud of the tradition of being a successful landscape contractor with my business partner, Gary Hoffman. Our families continue to be in that business, though I no longer am involved at all. Both our sons work in the business, and it's fun to see them continue to grow and be involved in an industry that we love so much. From my family standpoint, I've been married to my wife, Lynn, for 39 years. We're the proud parents, as I said, of 2 boys. We have 4 grandchildren, soon to be 5, 3 girls and a boy, age from 2 to 6, and we're going to have a 5th come June. So that's a important part of our life, and so it's fun, and it puts this job into perspective of looking and not only planning ahead for us personally, but for our children and our grandchildren, that we make this place a better place to live, work, and play. And so that's makes this job really hit home.
Can you talk about some of your legislative priorities?
Well, as I said, I serve as the chair of the House Environment, Natural Resources, Policy and Finance Committee, so we oversee the budgets of the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, Bowser, and DNR. Not only their budgets, but also the policy related to that. And so there's a fair amount of controversy activities involved in that as it affects people's lives, their passion. Many folks are very interested, and many times some of our issues are controversial, whether it's dealing with issues like whether we should have precious metal mining in northern Minnesota, how long should the deer season be, should we have a citizen board with MPCA, working with the governor on his buffer initiative to protect our waters in Minnesota. So there's a lot of things that many of us care passionately about, and there's a lot of emotion oftentimes in the area that I work most extensively on.
If you could choose one challenge that you think is something that is facing our state and will be the biggest challenge in the next 10 years, what would you say that is?
Well, I would say it's water, and that we have enough clean, good water to drink, play in, protect. How we do that over the next generation, I think we're at a very crucial, important part as we try to work with the agriculture community, with business, with folks. So we can't love our lakes to death, but we want to be able to love and enjoy them. And that's a real challenge as we balance it and understand. Then I would also say the role in the interesting development in pollinators and protecting as we learn more and more about the challenges with agriculture changing and so much more row crops and less of a diverse landscape that is important for pollinators, for bees, butterflies, and such. There's some real important work, and we learn more and more. We're blessed in Minnesota to have both our lottery, which has given lots of money to the Environmental Trust Fund, which has allowed us to have LCCMR, and currently over $40 million a year gets to be spent on environmental things. And then in 2008, when we passed the constitutional amendment for the 3/8 of 1% dedicated sales tax, gave us lots of money for clean water, for parks and trails, and for habitat. And because Minnesota was able to see that vision, we're much better suited than a lot of the other states to deal with the importance of clean water and those things that are related to it.
If you could be a teacher of something, what would you teach?
Well, I think I would want to teach people how to be successful entrepreneurs. I always enjoyed being a business person, making money and being successful at doing good projects and building things, and always look back on my education at the University of Minnesota and how helpful it was to allow me to prosper and learn to become a successful business person. So I'd probably want to teach some kind of business class at the high school level.
Representative McNamara, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.